Hello guys, so this video is going to be a quick tutorial on how to have the best efficient start possible in this game since the last expansion, Forgotten Wars that is. So to get started, the first thing you have to take care and consideration is that if you download the game either through Uplay or through the official website, what you can do is that you can actually have access to the redeem code. I believe it is due to the Steam policy that is not being updated yet, but I think the team is currently working on it. So you have to go to the shop here. You'll see in one of the 5 buttons at the top, you'll see redeem code. So you just have to go to either Google, just type down codes for the DOC, and there's about 4 or 5 codes, global codes that everyone can use, and that's just going to help you get started since it's a few free packs without putting too much effort, just going to Google and copy pasting those codes there. Moving on, once you do that, try to tweak a little bit of your deck and move towards the tutorials. The tutorials are going to help you because they're going to give you access to new cards, access to new heroes, I believe, currency, which is gold, and seals. And it's actually a good tutorial to get you started the game, so you have to go through this campaign there. Once it's done, you'll have enough seals, I believe, to be able to buy 1 box. So the first thing you want to go for is that you have to understand that there's 3 types of currency to be able to get cards. There's the gold, which is super easy to earn actually. It's just through rules, through tournaments, to just rank games. And then you have seals. And you have wildcards. Wildcards, you get them by actually being lucky in a pack, or just by buying some kind of special packs there that actually have at least 1 card included. So let's get started. So with the gold, which is the easier currency to get, what you should do at the beginning is buy these packs there. They're called the reinforcement pack. Unlike any other CCG, these reinforcement packs are awesome. I know it's the first tier, it's the base tier right there, but it's still super good for the only reason that you have unbalanced cards that are the backbone of most of the decks out there. They're cheaper as well. It's I believe 6,000 cheaper, which is a decent difference there. And you have POWs, that Seeker, which is a super good rare. You have epics that are used in most of the decks out there. So definitely a good thing to go for reinforcement packs. And it's all the base and the backbone cards for the 4 starting factions you start with, which is Stronghold, Evan, Inferno, and Necropolis. So definitely go for these. It's awesome. And eventually what you want to go for is unlock the other expansions. So depending on which faction, I'll make videos. You guys can click on the video right now, on the links there. And depending on which faction you have, I'll be able to help you more directly. However, what you want to do is, of course, once you have enough of those backbones cards, you want to move towards one of these expansions, depending on your faction there, and get as much value out of possible. And you need 200 cards to be able to unlock them into the Altar Wishes, which utilize those wildcards there. Moving on, with your seals, what you're supposed to do, if you want to have the maximum value out of your seals, you should go for the 5 towers box, because you get, for 56 seals, you get 1 wildcard. What do I mean by that? Well, you actually get a total of 26 wildcards for this special pack, special box there. It costs you 1,400, so if you do the calculation with the percentage of adding a bit more cards there, it makes 26, it makes a total of 56 seals per wildcards. So it's definitely worth it if you just want to get those extra wildcards. That is definitely a good thing. However, if you go for the Forgotten Wars box and go for the Herald of the Void or the Void Rising, you get about 80, and maybe a bit less, a bit more, of seals per wildcards. But you still get access to all these amazing cards in this expansion. So unlike before this 5 Towers expansion, it is quite well to go for the Forgotten Wars, to go for the Herald of the Void and the Void Rising, just because you can get all these awesome cards in this expansion, and it's not that much of a big difference in wildcards advantage. So definitely a good thing to go for. So if you click on those links, guys, and you go directly to the faction that you're playing, I'll actually direct you to which expansion you should go and aim for at the beginning. Moving on. The decks are quite interesting if you really want to try a new faction. Most of them only utilize gold, which is quite nice, but you don't get as much value as you get from boosters. Boosters are going to help you diversify your deck, and eventually you have a decent collection to try other factions, try new possibilities, and those decks are okay, but just to get you started, right? So it depends really. If you want to change the gameplay, why not go for those? It's a game for fun after all. Moving on for the consumables, it's not that much worthwhile to go for the XP boost or gold boost, and when they don't cost that much seals. but it's not that worthwhile, trust me. What you want to go for if you have a good win percentage deck is actually try the tournament tickets. Once you get a few wins in a row, if you get a really good deck there, it becomes more worth it to just buy those tickets instead of buying those boxes. But that's just later on, it's more advanced. So yeah, guys, that's about it for the start. So yeah, feel free to check my other tutorials for each factions, and I'll walk through that to get the best start as possible. Cheers.